Hey there, little buddy. What are you doing? Coming for dinner? LOL. Well, that's pretty funny. A little, not a ptarmigan. What would it be? Fried chicken? Something? I don't know. I'm not up on it. But yeah, sitting in my front yard at dinner. That's one thing I like about this community. Well, here he is. You see him out the window again. He's trucking on through the yard. He's just... my neighbor's got a big dog. That's not going to work out for you, buddy. Anyways.
They are singing to the tune of a song, and the wind is gently ringing the bell that brings the morning, the welcome of the dawn. The voice of the robin, call of the dove, the red leaves are falling, the barn owl is calling, the welcome of the dawn. The dogs will be howling in the early morning light. All are happy to be out in the ending of the night, the welcome of the dawn. The nights are turning colder, soon the falling of the frost. Soon the summer will be over. You feel the change is closer at the welcome of the dawn. The trees, they are singing to the tune of a song, and the wind is gently ringing the bell that brings the morning, welcome of the dawn. Though the warm days are over, they are not forever gone. Like the dusk brings the night, the summer brings the fall. It won't be long till harvest comes, morning brings the welcome of the dawn. Daylight is calling, welcome of the dawn.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. As you saw, I pulled into the Ford dealership today. We had to get some service done. Just got regular maintenance, oil change and stuff like that. The next service I have to get on the truck, or in the van, it's actually pretty expensive. I think they want like $400 for changing spark plugs. I'm gonna have to think about that because I am a mechanic, so I can do it. It's not like it's a hard thing to do, but I've also got extended warranty on the van. I've got warranty on the drivetrain up to 250,000 kilometers. Obviously, based on what I'm doing, I'm going to put a crap ton of kilometers on this van. Do I pay that $400 and have them do it so no questions when it comes to warranty if it happens? Or do I do it myself and save myself some money? But whatever, we'll figure that out. Today we have, what do we got to do? Well, we got to go to Canadian Tire. I got to get a few things. I have to pick up some supplies to finish off a music project. Not really a van life thing. I'm trying to think of what else I have to do. Whatever. Let's get to Canadian Tire and get those few supplies. I need some double-sided tape. Stop at Walmart. Got to pick up a few supplies. I'm running out of toothpaste. Got to make sure you keep those teeth clean. Let's get that done. So what I'm looking for is install that TV in the van, and as you see, I got some cargo straps there to support the weight for when I'm in traveling, and I want something behind that to attach to. Right now they're just kind of hooked on to where the body's open, like the little opening holes, and that's I want something more permanent. I think probably something like that'll do for the center. I have two straps coming out from the center, wrap around each corner, and go off to the edge. We'll have to figure something out for the edges, but they might just be able to go on with a bolt and a washer to hold it. I'll show you which I mean when we go look in the van. Next thing we need is some double-sided tape for my music project. This is what we need. I like to watch Vanlife Plus on YouTube, and he uses this stuff and swears by it, and I think it's going to work out just perfect based on his recommendations. You can see that. Those windows are tinted, but there's another dog sitting in the back there, patiently waiting for their owners, out for a cruise. That's awesome. So yeah, we went to Walmart. Like I said, we got an anchor. That's at least for the center. I'll figure out something for the edges, but like I said, I think those are just going to be a bolt through with well, like I say, I'll show you when we get to that part. What else do I have to do today? I have to, oh yeah, we're going over to Walmart. So yeah, I said a musical project that I was doing. I got we'll see later today. Just quickly, right? But I just needed some double-sided tape, alien tape. Grab that out of Walmart. Like I said, Vanlife Plus swears by it, and just from watching his channel and seeing the stuff he's using it for and how it's holding up, I think that's going to be perfect for what I need it for. So let's head over to Walmart. I don't know if you can see here. Woo! Not that far away. So let's head over there and grab, just got to stock up some supplies. I need some toothpaste for sure. Running out of that. Paper towels, I think, maybe. I don't know. I'm going to take stock. Let's get that done. got the groceries for supper tonight. I got, I don't know if you guys have tried this sunflower crunch. I don't know if you have these chopped salad kits, but yeah, this sunflower crunch, I've been really enjoying this. It's, well, the vinegar dressing is going to have some carbohydrates in it. What does it say here? Every 1 cup is 15 grams. So it's not too many, but can't go totally without any carbs. But Eddie's IGA here, they got a nice butcher. Honey garlic sausages. They got these pickled cheese ones that I really like. Well, at least I used to until one night when I was drinking and I ate too many of them and got sick. But I got to tell you something though, if you're ever in Flin Flon. Cheeseburger pickle popper. Yeah, now these are basically just a meatloaf with cheese and stuffed with cheese and pickle and wrapped in bacon. Like, how could you go wrong with that? I think that's what we're gonna have for supper tonight. And I'm kind of tired of sitting at the cabin, so I think I'm gonna go spend the day at the end of the Weir Road. There's a not an overnight spot. There is camping down there, but imagine the campgrounds aren't plowed, so there's no chance of me getting in there. But let's go check out the end of the Sturgeon Weir and make some supper, and I can work on my little referring to my music project, because part of my van life is I want to, when I travel around, busk. I like doing performances at open mic nights and stuff like that. I'm not gonna sit here and tell you guys by any means I'm like the best performer. I do an okay job. I really enjoy it. People seem to enjoy my playing, and they keep, I got a few fans around town, so that's awesome. Yeah, but I'm by no means, I'm not the best musician you're ever going to hear up on stage. You've already seen a couple of my performances. And I just enjoy doing it, and I really like guitars and playing guitar, so that's part of my van life. And hopefully this summer I'll work up the courage that when I go to Saskatoon and stuff like that, that encourage street performing, like busking, that I'll get out there and do it. So what I have to do is put together a little setup for performing all on the side of the road. So we're going to work on that today. I'll show you what I'm talking about here in a bit. But let's go get some fuel and let's head out to the Sturgeon Weir. So that's pretty good. I don't know if everybody on the channel knows, after April 1st, they axed the carbon tax, which is, I think I read the estimate was something like 17 cents per liter is actually going to this carbon tax. Because there's a trade war going on between Canada and the United States right now, they've, and things are going to get a lot more expensive. They've axed that carbon tax just to try and help relieve the effects that this is basically that this trade war is going to have on our budgets for that. So that's nice. It's kind of nice to have a little bit cheaper fuel. I'm not sure that the whole carbon tax thing was going to achieve what they wanted it to. It kind of, in my mind, and I'm by no means an expert, it just kind of seemed like a money grab from the government. Stick around on the channel, you'll find out I'm not usually a big fan of government. Not that I'm against government, I'm against the amount of control the government is trying to exercise in its citizens' lives at the moment. And that just kind of seems to be all across the world. Lots of fear, lots of clamping down on, well, just personal freedoms and stuff like that. But today we're going to, like I said, let's go out to Sturgeon Weir, out to the end of the Sturgeon Weir. And that, by the way, is actually the other end of Denair Beach, or, well, sorry, Amisk Lake. Amisk means beaver in Cree. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't actually speak Cree, but just growing up in the area, that's what you... So it's also called sometimes Beaver Lake. So we're going to go to the to Sturgeon Weir, which is like a 20-minute drive from Denair Beach, just to a nice little day parking area, and we'll check out the campsite, but I don't expect the overnight camping area to be open. I don't think it'll be plowed yet, but hopefully in a couple more weeks.
Did it and did it, did it, did. Did it and did it, did it, did it. Did it, did it, did it, did. Did it and did it, did it, did it. Did it and did it, did it, did. Did it and did it, did it, did it. Did it, did it, did it.
Well, here we are. This is the Sturgeon Weir River. If you've been watching my videos, and if you want, you can go back and catch up on those, or if you hit like and subscribe, you'll always be notified when there's a new one out. But I've been out here before. It's just kind of a nice little wilderness area. I'll put a map up and show you. It's actually not very far from my house. It just took me at an average of 80 kilometers an hour. It took me about 25 minutes to get here. It's just a little day use area. There's another day use area over there, and I don't know if you saw in the video, but I passed, there's a campground, but it's not plowed open yet. But yeah, let's check it out, the Sturgeon Weir River. Now just, see if you can see my finger, yeah, just around the corner there, if you follow the river. It opens up into Amisk Lake, and like I said, it's the other end of Amisk. This is the other end of the lake that Denair Beach is also on. Somewhere across here, there used to be a bridge that goes across the river. On the other side of the river, somewhere in there is like I said, somewhere across the river here, there is an old. It was like during the gold rush, because there's gold around here. You can still, like as a hobby, pan gold out of this river even. You're not gonna get rich on it or anything, but you can do it. But yeah, there was Beaver City was over there, and it's just like, I mean, it's a ghost town, and I don't even think there's anything left. I think it's barely just foundations. But there is in the summer, a guy runs tours of it. You can't like go on Google Maps and find it or anything and chop your way off into the bush. But I think this summer we're gonna jump in on this tour and go check out Beaver City. I think that would make some pretty good footage. But yeah, I think I'm just going to take it easy, take a little rest, take a break, and then we'll get back to doing some filming. I'm going to show you guys what I talk about on my music project, and we'll just see. I'm going to spend the day here, probably cook some supper before I go home tonight. Can't camp here overnight, but certainly spend the day here. I don't know. Oh. So, oh, now I'm making a big mess here. Just out of the way. So like I said, I had a project where I wanted to organize my pedal board here. It's been, well, I guess probably pre-COVID before it was the last time I used this thing when I was performing. And when I say performing, I mean just like open mic level stuff, not like I was a professional or anything. But I, at one time, was dating a girl that, she was a singer, and we had this little act where I'd use a looper pedal where I play part of the song, the pedal would record it, and then play it in a loop. That's why it's called a looper pedal. And then I could like perform a song and make it sound like a whole band. I had this, if anybody's interested, the Beat Buddy by Singular Sound. Just a MIDI drum controller. I can, it's got preloaded, say, parts to a song, and I just tell it when to switch the songs by hitting the foot. And I used to have a Vanlife 3. That was my looper pedal. But if anybody knows about the Vanlife 3, they don't handle the wear and tear. It's too bad because it was an awesome pedal, just a few little design flaws, mechanical to be exact. But recently I bought, also from Singular Sound, the Eros Loop Studio. I haven't got to use this yet and try it out, but it does work with the Beat Buddy for the performance. So that's my goal, is I want to get this pedal board set up so I can do a looper style performance again. Because like I say, I want to busk, and I think that's fun. I have a lot of fun doing that. So that's what we bought the alien tape for. We're gonna stick these pedals down. All right, well, I'm gonna put some time in here and just organize my pedal board and see what pedals I can keep and which ones I have to get rid of. But you guys aren't probably going to be all that interested. It's not that much of a van life thing, so we'll skip that part. Pomade. Palm flash. Is that what it's called? I don't know. Transition. Palm transition. Me. I got my pedal board all together. I'll flip you around in a second here. I was just watching some, I don't know if you can really see it there. Yeah, I was just watching some Jack Reacher, putting the pedal board together, organizing them, getting them all wired in. At the same time, I cooked some supper. Didn't video it. I don't know if that's really content, but I'll show you what it turned out. Oh, yeah, it looks pretty good. So I don't know, just in case any of my follows out there are pedal heads or whatever, like I said, we got the Eros Loop Studio. It's connected by MIDI to the drum, the Beat Buddy, which is also a Singular Sound. They're both made by Singular Sound. And if I'm not mistaken, when I use this, it'll trigger the different functions. They trigger each other back and forth, so that's awesome. Then we have the Still String Supreme by Vortex Pedals. This gives me a nice John Mayer Continuum sound amp. It's kind of like almost like a little bit of a Dumble. If you know Dumble amplifiers, it's a Dumble clone or imitation. Then we got the JAS pedals, Green Clover. It's just a really nice boost. I like it for my acoustic. I might use it for a solo boost when I'm playing electric. Then of course I got a Tube Screamer. This I believe it's a, oh yeah, right here, Overdrive Pro. It's the TS 808. If you're pedal head again, it's a clone of a vintage circuit version of the Tube Screamer, but you always got to have a Tube Screamer. Then we have the Octave 5. This is a newer one. I show you here. I upgraded from the Octave 3. I use this pedal to give me a bass guitar sound that I loop into the pedal to make full sounding songs or whatever. The only difference being the Octave 5 has a function where, oh, it's on right now, where it will, the lowest note, no matter what, it will be played, whereas the OC3 only played like a range. It would drop them down. That might not make sense. Maybe I'm not explaining it well, but to me, that's going to be handy for some of my performances. And then, of course, just the Boss Chromatic Tuner. That's pretty standard on pedal boards. The nice thing about it is it's got a buffer for everything else. So sometimes I'll run a fuzz or my wah pedal. We put those on the floor because you like to run those before the buffer. And then here is going to be my HX Stomp that I'm going to order here shortly, and that's just should fit in there. Might have to adjust the cables a little bit, and that's just a multi-effects processor that's going to cover everything else I need. And there we go. That's my pedal board for any of those who are interested. Yeah, kind of weird stuff. I don't know, it's not really van life stuff, but I'm going to end the video here. My plan is I'm just going to hang out here tonight for a little while longer until the sun goes down. I'll watch the sunset. I'm going to go for a walk. But yeah, I'm gonna eat some supper. Let's get a look at that first. There it is. Had to cut her open to make sure she was cooked all the way through, but maybe a little overcooked on the bacon. It could have turned down the temperature a bit, but and that's my Vanlife hack. Is I just line my air fryer with parchment paper. No fuss, no muss cleanup. Just throw that right into the garbage. Wipe whatever grease might have got past. It doesn't really make the bottom of your food as crispy, but if you can put up with that, you know, it's just like cooking in the oven when you had to put like pork chops in a tray or whatever. But okay, anyways, like I said, I'm going to call it here. I am going to go for a walk later and see what there is to see. And I don't know, probably get out of here around 8 or 9 at night. It's I can't stay overnight, but it's a day use area, so I'm here. Awesome, guys. Thanks for checking out the video. Hit like, hit subscribe, and we'll talk to you later.
The trees, they are singing to the tune of a song, and the wind is gently ringing